Yeah. Fortunately, it's just backward.
There's still people walking in like there's nobody there. So. Did we see no, let's do that. I'll march. Oh, there we go.
Wait, what?
Here.
Good morning and welcome to Colorado State University on this wonderful December morning. Will the audience please stand? Mr. Eric Paricio will sing the National Anthem. Please join in the singing if you wish.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated. Good morning. My name is David Mclain, and I serve as the Dean of the Walter Scott Jr. College of Engineering. On behalf of the Colorado State University Administration, the Board of Governors, and the faculty and staff, I welcome you to this commencement ceremony for the Fall 2019 College of Engineering graduating class. I would like to begin our ceremony with a land acknowledgement. Colorado State University acknowledges with respect that the land we are on today is the traditional and ancestral homelands of the Arapaho, Cheyenne, and Ute nations and peoples. This was also the site of trade, gathering, and healing for numerous other native tribes. We recognize the indigenous peoples as original stewards of this land and all the relatives within it. As these words of acknowledgement are spoken and heard, the ties nations have to their traditional homelands are renewed and reaffirmed. CSU is founded as a land-grant institution, and we accept that our mission must encompass access to education and inclusion. And significantly, that our founding came at a dire cost to Native nations and peoples whose land this university was built upon. This acknowledgement is the education and inclusion we must practice in recognizing our institutional history, responsibility, and commitment. Thank you. Today we celebrate the accomplishments of our students who have completed the requirements for a baccalaureate degree in the majors offered in the College of Engineering. Please join me in a round of applause in congratulating these students on this happy occasion. I would like to now introduce the members of the Platform Party. I will ask you to stand briefly when I call your name, and please hold applause until all have been recognized. Dr. V. Chandrasekhar, Associate Dean, International Research Collaborations. Dr. Melissa Burt, Assistant Dean for Diversity and Inclusion. Dr. David Dandy, Department Head, Chemical and Biological Engineering. Dr. Tony Maciejewski, Department Head, Electrical and Computer Engineering. Dr. Anthony Marchese, Associate Dean, Academic and Student Affairs. Dr. Rick Miranda, Provost and Executive Vice President. Dr. Don Michaels, Director, University Honors Program. Dr. Kevin Petty, Director of Science and Forecasting and Head of Public-Private Partnerships for the Weather Company, an IBM business. Dr. Katul Popat, Director of Undergraduate Programs, School of Biomedical Engineering. Dr. Christian Putlitz, Department Head, Mechanical Engineering. Miss Jane Robe Rhodes, Member, Board of Governors of the Colorado State University System. Dr. Stephen Schaefer, Professor of Practice, Mechanical Engineering. Dr. Charles Shackelford, Department Head, Civil and Environmental Engineering. Emily Strack, NetSuite Consultant, Blue Horseshoe Solutions. Mr. Armando Valdez, Member, Board of Governors of the Colorado State University System. Please join me in a round of applause. I'd like to ask Dr. Anthony Marchese to step to the podium.
Thank you, Dean Mclain. As a land-grant institution, Colorado State University takes special pride in our role in providing access and educating students who are the first in their family to earn a university degree. This year, 8 of our 55 graduates are first-generation college graduates. I ask that all of our graduates who are first generation to please stand and be recognized. Now I would like to recognize our Honorary Society members. Tau Beta Pi is the National Honor Society representing the entire engineering profession. It was founded in 1885 to recognize students who possess superior scholarship and exemplary character. Other engineering honor societies recognize outstanding students in the individual majors. These include Omega Chi Epsilon for Chemical and Biological Engineering, Chi Epsilon for Civil Engineering, Eta Kappa Nu for Electrical and Computer Engineering, and Pi Tau Sigma for Mechanical Engineering. Will the graduates who are members of these honor societies please stand and be recognized? I think we had one. All right. We have. Congratulations. Now we recognize our students who have earned the distinction of University Honors Program Scholar. To become a University Honors Program Scholar, a student must complete an integrated program of studies that includes 4 honors seminars, 2 honors courses in the major, and an honors thesis, while achieving at least a 3.5 cumulative grade point average. Will these students please stand? That's what I'm talking about. Let us congratulate these students and their accomplishments.
It is my pleasure to introduce today's commencement speaker. Dr. Kevin Petty is the Director of Science and Forecasting and head of public-private partnerships for the Weather Company, an IBM business delivering weather and climate services globally. He oversees research and development for weather solutions and is responsible for forecasting operations, including a global team of meteorologists across IBM's organization. Dr. Petty also manages the company's relationships with members of national and global weather enterprise that includes government agencies, academia, and other private sector providers. Before joining IBM, Dr. Petty served as Chief Science Officer for Vaisala. He also worked as project scientist and scientific program manager with the National Center for Atmospheric Research and as an accident investigator and senior meteorologist for the National Transportation Safety Board. I'm also grateful to Kevin for serving as a member of our college's External Advisory Board. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Petty as our speaker.
Thank you, Dean Mclain, for that introduction. First, I'd like to start off by just saying thank you for letting me share this day and this milestone with you. I am so honored. This is truly a day to celebrate and reflect on what is a very special achievement. You all have worked so hard. For some of you, this is the first time that anyone from your family is going to graduate from college, and that is awesome. Whether you're the first in your family to graduate from the university or the fifth, you should be so proud of yourself. This is quite the achievement. I know that your friends and family are extremely proud of you. What I want to do is I want to take you back in time just a little bit. Do you remember the first time that you stepped foot on the campus of Colorado State University? That step was a single step in your journey, a journey that does not stop today. And what about everything that has happened between then and now? Think about those late nights at the library studying, cramming for the test. Or maybe the coffee shop was your place that you liked to study. And how about having to drag yourself out of bed for that early civil engineering class that just occurred way too early in the day? Not sure who scheduled that one. Or maybe you got a chance to take a bit of time to go to a football game or to a basketball game or even for a hike. Consider the people that you have met. Consider the friendships that you've made. And even that professor that was responsible for igniting that passion and that joy to learn. The time that you have spent here at CSU has been special, I'm sure. However, I know that it has been a mixture of successes and failures. Some failures you probably still want to block out. I know that there are some in my college career that I'm still trying to ignore, like that D I got in physics one time. However, what I have learned over time is that those failures, while sometimes extremely painful, can be the things that allow us to succeed in life. Today being a great example of that. You may know or you may have heard that through failure, we learn, we grow, and we improve. We all have, and we will continue to fail at some points along our journey. It's what you do with that failure that is so important. You can dwell on that failure and you can stagnate, or you can learn from that failure to catalyze your success. And what about success? What does that really mean? As you continue on your journey today and you write your story, it's equally important to define success for yourself. I stand before you, Kevin Petty, the Director of Science and Forecast Operations for the Weather Company, which is a part of IBM. I can't tell you how many times I've had a conversation, typically with a younger person, that has started, "You are so successful." More often than not, I challenge that statement. In today's society, we are trained to look at success through a very narrow lens. Maybe some of us aspire to be that man or woman in the expensive suit in that boardroom meeting trying to bring to the market the next innovative solution or service. Or maybe we aspire to be that scientist or that researcher that has a whole host of patents and a peer-reviewed publication list longer than our arm. If you spend any time watching TV or on the internet or even listening to the radio, we are continually bombarded by what it means to be successful. And some of these messages are very subliminal, but very influential. If you look and listen closely, the message around success is that in order to be successful, you have to have the big house with the 3-car garage, the expensive cars, the well-behaved dog, and the 1.9 kids. Well, the 1.9 kids is actually the average in the U.S. household. With both of my kids here today, I can tell you 1.9 is pretty hard to achieve. You're forced to round up for some reason. Don't get me wrong, these things are not bad. But I ask you, is this truly the definition of success? My first job out of college was teaching high school, and it was a job that I loved. And I was lucky enough to work with an administrative assistant who gave me a gift one day. And that gift, along with a number of other things, has since shaped how I think about success. The gift itself was simple. The gift was a poem. It was a poem about success that's often attributed to Ralph Waldo Emerson. Some of you know the poem that I'm referencing. You may have read it and heard it. What you may not know is that there's a debate among scholars who actually was the original author of that poem. Some scholars argue that a woman named Bessie Stanley was actually the original author. I'm going to leave that debate aside for now. And what I'd like to do is share with you Bessie Stanley's version of what it means to be successful. Keep in mind the time period in which this was written, roughly 1904, 1905. He has achieved success who has lived well, laughed often, and loved much, who has enjoyed the trust of pure women, the respect of intelligent men, and the love of little children, who has filled his niche and accomplished his task, who has left the world better than he found it, whether by an improved copy, a perfect poem, or a rescued soul, who has never lacked appreciation for earth's beauty or failed to express it, who has always looked for the best in others and given them the best he had, whose life was an inspiration, whose memory a benediction. According to this author, and I tend to agree with her, success is not defined by the positions that we hold or the things we acquire, although in this day and age we're led to believe differently. Success can have a lot to do with how you treat and interact with others, your capacity to appreciate and cultivate the simple things in life, and your ability to simply, positively impact the world around you. Again, I ask you, how do you define success? You're getting ready to embark on another phase in what can be an incredible journey. This is not to say that there won't be ups and downs, because there will be, guaranteed. Take the time to periodically reflect on your journey and where you are. More importantly, take the time to define success for yourself. Don't let society define it for you. I can guarantee you that understanding what success is for you will aid you in making choices that will bring you lasting joy as well as joy to those around you. Some 15 years ago now, I was presented with an opportunity. Some of you may be familiar with the world of media and how television is stratified by market. Typically, the goals of individuals working in television is the fact that you want to work in a top 10 market. You can make a considerable amount of money, and if you have the right position, you can become quite famous. After one of the most rigorous interview processes that I've ever gone through to this day, I was offered a job as an on-air meteorologist in a top 10 market. Think about it, the next Al Roker. In addition to the offer itself, I was offered a starting salary of $250,000 and within 3 years, the opportunity to make $500,000 a year. For a kid that came from a family where my mother and father got as far as a high school diploma, this was the ultimate opportunity. It came with a nice chunk of change. I turned it down. I turned it down for a position as a program manager. People that knew about the opportunity were flabbergasted, including my parents. To this day, I'm pretty sure that my mom thinks I'm a little bit off. In the end, I realized that it did not fit my definition of success. For many people, it would have been a no-brainer, and they would have gone on to continue a path of success full of passion and full of joy, which is great. I had to take a different path, and that's okay too. Some of the happiest and most impactful, fulfilled people that I know range from on-air personalities to scientists, to truck drivers, to missionaries, to stay-at-home fathers and mothers. How do you define success? While sometimes the journey ahead may appear long, it is going to go quickly. It seems like only yesterday I was sitting where you're sitting today, and that was 30 years ago. As such, I encourage you to live life to its fullest. I don't mean to do more and see more and go more. In fact, I mean just the opposite. Slow down and just take a moment to enjoy it. Put down the phone, stop talking, just look, observe, and listen. Invest in those moments that can make an eternal difference, not in those where the results are short-lived and often forgotten. This is particularly true in terms of your career. While our career can fundamentally be a part of how we define our success and find pleasure, don't let it consume you to the point that you sacrifice your family, your friends, or yourself. I've been lucky enough to have two awesome men in my life, my father and my father-in-law. My father-in-law was and still is a very high-powered businessman. One day early in my career, just out of the blue, my father-in-law said to me, "Kevin, no one ends up on their deathbed saying, you know, I really wished I had worked a few more hours." He wasn't saying don't work, but basically he was saying to me, keep your eye on the things that really matter in life. And then there's my father. Although he was limited to a high school degree, the man is a lifelong learner. Less so from the standpoint of a formal education, but more so from the standpoint of experiences. He once said to me, "Boy," and you know your father's the only one who can call you boy and get away with it. He said, "Boy, you can't learn anything while you're talking." In other words, you can learn a lot by simply observing and listening. Some of you are going to be presented with the opportunity to do some great things. Build the next generation in transportation infrastructure, develop complex code that's going to run on quantum computers, or implement a sustainability program that's going to take us into the next phase of renewable energy use. Or maybe some of you are off to graduate school to get that master's degree, that PhD before entering the general workforce. Whatever you do, wherever you go, challenge your definition of success, thinking about the fact that at the end of your journey, will you be able to look back and smile when you consider your life along with your achievements? As you depart here today to undertake that next phase in your journey, remember, embrace your failures, define your success, be present, and most of all, live well, laugh often, and love much. Thank you and congratulations on what is a very special achievement.
Thank you, Kevin. That was extremely inspiring. It is now my great pleasure to present the candidates for the baccalaureate degree from all engineering majors. Please rise. Dean Mclain, it is my pleasure to present to you these students who have completed all the requirements established by the various majors in the Walter Scott Jr. College of Engineering for the bachelor's degree. The Faculty Council has recommended to the Board of Governors that these students receive their bachelor's degree at this time.
Well, good morning, and I just have one sentence that makes your diploma legal, which is just kind of odd when you think about all the work that was put into getting to this day. So I just want to thank you and congratulate you, first of all, for choosing to succeed with us here at CSU. I'd like to thank the administration, faculty, and staff for your excellence. We're very grateful. And to the families, friends, neighbors, whoever supported you in your journey, thank you so much. All right, so by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of the Colorado State University System, I hereby confer the bachelor's degree upon each of you, together with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereunto. Congratulations.
Students, please be seated. We will now award diplomas individually to the members of the graduating class. I would like to ask Dean Mclain and the department heads to come forward and shake hands with the graduating seniors as they accept their diplomas. As a benefit to the students and their families, a photographer will take pictures of the graduates as they cross the stage. Graduates, please pause for your photo as you shake hands with your department head. A final photo will be taken of you as you leave the stage. And now, will the graduates from all engineering majors please prepare to accept your diplomas.
Testing. Oh, there we go. The academic honor guidelines for students who are graduating with distinction are as follows. Summa cum laude designates approximately the top 1% of graduates in the university. Magna cum laude designates approximately the next 3% of graduates in the university. And cum laude designates approximately the next 6% of the graduates in the university. Henry William Bennerman, Bachelor of Science, Biomedical Engineering and Electrical Engineering. Our next graduates are from the Department of Chemical and Biological Engineering, receiving Bachelor of Science degrees. Ansley Elizabeth Carver. Aaron M. Mendenhall. Savannah Catherine Romer. Matthew Stephen Yonkaitis. Buthana Juma Al-Alawi. Evan W. Bedner. And now we're in the Department of Civil and Environmental Engineering. My apologies. Cameron Frank Breton. Andrew Davis Bruntz. Brandon Cole Bullock. Andrew Robert Jerome Callan. Kaylee Jean Dahlman. Maxwell Harvin Essenberg. Alphonse C. Fisher. Micah Patrick Gibbons. Christopher Joseph Gillis. Connor O. Griffin. Kendall James Heddle. Catherine Jane Klima. Matt L. Lobato. Christopher Arthur Mann. Stone Lake Olson. Kaya Lynn Ornis. Adam Michael Prentice. Daniel Reitzman. Michael John Schleicher. Margaret Faith Welsh. And now our graduates are from the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering. Brian Mitchell Avis. Sean Anthony Boyd. Jillian Fahey. Isaac Stephen Oken. Eric James Redman. Roger Lee Robertson III. Lane Colin Rudisil. Jackson McKim Vasek, cum laude. David W. Weber. The following are the graduates from the Department of Mechanical Engineering. Chase W. Fogus. Surya Ravindra Mayajosula. Surya Ravindra Mayajosula. This concludes the reading of diplomas.
Thank you, Ms. Beal. I also want to welcome Kevin Petty's family that's here with us this morning. Thank you for joining us. Engineering graduates of fall 2019, let me add my congratulations to that of the others who have spoken before me. Today represents an important milestone in your life. Much hard work and many long hours went into achieving this goal, and you should be proud of your accomplishments. Higher education continues as a powerful tool to better your own life, those of others around you, and society as a whole. A degree is one of the few things that once earned can never be taken away. Your intellect and analytical skills, your ability to reason, and your judgment are all enhanced because of the education that you have received here at CSU. Indeed, this is a day to celebrate. I ask you to recall your first days on campus. For many of you, this was an exciting, but also, I'm sure, at times overwhelming experience. But here you are at the end of that journey. I think all of you will agree that this journey would not have been possible without the support of family, friends, and members of our staff and faculty. Please take time on this day of celebration to thank those special individuals who have helped you achieve this amazing success. As I reflect on the many amazing engineering alumni from CSU that I've had the privilege to meet, I am struck by two common characteristics: their passion to make the world a better place and the incredible impact they've been able to achieve in their careers. I think of Walter Scott, civil engineering alum, successful business leader, and philanthropist. Mr. Scott also made the largest gift in the history of CSU to support our students, faculty, and programs. He's truly transformed our college, and because of that, we are named the Walter Scott Jr. College of Engineering. Tina Larson, chemical engineering grad, president and chief operating officer at Recursion Pharmaceuticals, leading the development of next-generation medicines to treat the world's most challenging diseases. And Kent Rominger, civil engineering grad, who was a 5-time space shuttle pilot and commander and eventual chief astronaut for all of NASA. And now you, the newest CSU engineering graduates. We're all very proud of you, and I look forward to seeing the great things that you all will accomplish. Today's diploma is not the end of your journey, but it is a very significant milestone along the way. The degree that each of you has earned here today is a fulfillment of the vision of Abraham Lincoln, who over 150 years ago signed the act that established land-grant universities, providing access to an education and providing for success for those with the tools and desire to make a difference in society, no matter their economic background or where they came from. 2019 engineering graduates, you have not just the ability, but also the responsibility to make our world a better place. Lead by example, and you will bring others along with you. My best wishes and congratulations to you all. Go Rams. It's now my pleasure to invite Miss Emily Strock to come to the podium. Emily received her Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering in 2019. She currently works at Blue Horseshoe Solutions as a supply chain manager. In this role, Emily engages in a variety of businesses, from breweries to avionics to railroads and more, to provide integrated business solutions. While at Colorado State University, Emily was privileged to have been a member of various rewarding experiences. She was a member and officer in Chi Omega, where in her role she had responsibilities for sitting on the chapter's judicial board and being in charge of risk management. She was the team lead for the senior project, CSU Brewery Design and Automation. And Emily also notes that her best job was as a student ambassador for the Walter Scott Jr. College of Engineering, which she did incredibly well for 3 years. Welcome, Emily.
Thank you, Dean Mclain. Hello, graduates. I'm very fortunate to address many friends that I made during my time here at Colorado State. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Emily Strack, and 6 months ago, I was sitting where you are, proudly holding my diploma from the Walter Scott Jr. College of Engineering. Today, you now sit in this place of honor as a graduate of Colorado State University. It may be time for each of you to move on to your own unique path and future, Whether you stay in Fort Collins or travel to the far ends of the world, you all have one important thing you share in common with each other and more than 200,000 others that came before you. You are all alumni of Colorado State. I am honored to be the first to welcome you to the alumni family. Speaking as a recent alumna, these next 6 months are going to be some of the most exciting and challenging ones of your careers. As new graduates, you all have the freshest skill sets and ideas. Although you may have limited experience, be confident in all that you have worked for. Contribute with confidence, yet remain humble and be open to growth. You will bring value to a company or organization at any level, and speaking from personal experience, you can make an impact as quickly as you allow yourself. Your time and hard work at Colorado State has set you up to be the change agent to wherever you go in life. Take advantage of it. The experience and unique perspective you have gained while here at CSU will give you the ability to contribute to the growth of a company and facilitate innovation to meet our modern day challenges. No matter where your personal and professional journey takes you, know that your CSU alumni family will be there for you every step of the way. I wish you all the best as you go out into the world and make your mark. Congratulations on a job well done, and go Rams.
I also want to welcome and thank Emily's parents for joining us here this morning, coming all the way from California, so thank you. I want to also acknowledge some additional people who are here with us today and deserve thanks for their many contributions to the success of our graduates. Would the faculty and staff in the College of Engineering please stand and be recognized? We've recognized the graduates and we've recognized the on-campus support group. I would like to acknowledge the contributions of the off-campus support group. With the parents, spouses, partners, spouses-to-be, family, and friends of the graduates, would you please rise so that the graduates and the platform party may recognize you and the contributions that you've made in our graduate success. I would like to now ask everyone to rise and join in singing the alma mater. The words to the alma mater are on page 1 of your program.
Our alma mater, Colorado State. Memories are everlasting of this place so great. May thy green and gold unite us, loyal ever be. Colorado State, our alma mater, hail, all hail to thee.
Please be seated. On behalf of our faculty and staff and our students, I thank the parents, family, friends, and guests for participating in this most gratifying celebration. Please remain seated while the graduates, faculty, and platform group depart. Thank you for joining us today. Have a safe trip back home. And again, congratulations to our new alumni.